Let's look at this really cool looking Mew EX. So Mew EX. So as always, we always want to start with the edges. So edges so far look really good. Again, we're looking for anything like scratches or dings or creases or anything like that. So far, so good. Normally, the one thing I would see right away is a lot of scratching on these edges that normally come up, but as I can tell right now, and you can obviously tell that there is good lighting here, right? A lot of these hollow spheres are really popping. And let's see. Couldn't get in the light, but has 3 swirls. Oh, definitely lucky. If you have 3 swirls on a card, that is incredible. So since I'm on the hollow, let's see if there is any scratches. It is in English. We had the Lugia that was in Spanish, I believe. Top border does seem wider. Let's see. So from the top down, you mean? You're thinking that that's a little off center. From my perspective, it kind of looks okay. And actually, one thing that it's kind of funny, you can't see it at all, but behind the scenes, I actually have a ruler that I'm putting up against my monitor. It's the goofiest thing you can probably tell, but I'm putting it up to the screen. So, for example, the left edge is 1/4 of an inch. The right edge is 1/4 of an inch. So your left and right is good. I'm going to take a picture of this because this looks goofy as hell. And I hope to God that I don't like puncture my monitor because of how big the ruler is. So we got 1/4 of an inch on the top. And again, this is jumbo size, so that's why I'm saying that. And you are correct. It is very slightly larger on the top than it is on the bottom. So yeah, a little off center. It might still be within the range of 10, but it does in fact look like that. So the only thing I see that might either be a hair or a scratch. There might be something right here. I don't know if you can confirm that or not, as well as possibly this foot right here. It almost kind of looks like a J. That might be something. So those are the only 2 what I could probably think of as scratches, maybe 3. So 1, 2 in the bottom left, and then 1 almost looking like a J by the Mew's foot. But all in all, in terms of the text looks good. There's nothing huge there. So I would say to start, if these are scratches, honestly, those are the only ones that I'm seeing. And again, if you've never seen or been a part of a grading process, this is exactly what graders are going to be looking at, or they're really going to be meticulous at looking at the condition. But having said that, this is actually a really nice card. So I would say so far, with the picture that I'm seeing, unless chat sees anything that I haven't said, it looks like the front at the very least would probably be probably a PSA 7 if that's a scratch. PSA 8, somewhere around there. Probably be more conservative than that. That'd probably be a 7. But let's flip it over. So the back, let's take a look at the back. Again, for being an older EX, the corners and edges are actually really clean, to be honest. We do have some whitening here on the left edge, so that's going to take it back a little bit. We also have some whitening on the bottom left as well. Bottom looks really clean. You got a little bit of a white spot in that bottom right. Edge looks good. The only thing that I don't know, the J thing looks to be part of the art and under light. I can't see the other possible mark. Okay, so if that is the case, then I'd probably say, just for being conservative with just the one picture, I would probably say an 8 or a 9. If there's any other scratches on the border or on these edges here, maybe, I'm not too sure. But if this J is a part of the art, then probably 8 or 9. If it is not, then probably 7 or an 8 on the front. But on the back, the only thing that sticks out to me is this white speck right here on the Pokeball itself. So I'm not too sure if that's a chunk from the Pokeball. So if that's a chunk out of the Pokeball, that might take it back. Or if a little dust or something you can get off. But all in all, really the only thing taking it back is probably this edge for the backside and some of these white nicks in the bottom right-hand corner. For a card of this age, pretty clean. So let us first see what chat thinks. So a poll has been started, so let me see what you guys think this card would get. So again, the Mew EX, here is the front, here is the back, and let's take it for a vote. So chat grade at the last, literally the last second, was between 7 and 6. And so for mine, I would say if this is a chunk out of the Pokeball, which in this case, just to be conservative, I'm going to think so. If this wasn't here, this edge would put this card at a 7. So if this is also a chunk out of this Pokeball, it'd probably be a 6. If you can get rid of this, it'd probably be a 7. So I'm thinking my grade, if that is a ding, would probably be a 6. And then chat grade would be 7 to 6. So that is the Mew EX.